Decker swings. Ball's a flare down the right field line. First baseman nor the right fielder can get to it. Count will remain at 1-2. 1-2 count. 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. One and two again to Decker. Juarez in her wind. Decker swings to the third baseline. Great backhand. Ball is called foul. Wondrous backhand by the third baseman for Puerto Rico, Jamie Hoover. Excuse me, Shemaya Sanchez. 1-2 to Decker is outside. Count will be now 2-2. Wonderful backhand there, just foul. Throw was on time, just was outside the lines. In comes the 2-2 to Decker. Decker swings, flare, behind again. Decker fighting for her life here. Decker trying to stay alive, trying to get on base. 2-2 count. Catcher will come out, speak to Juarez, come up with some sort of game plan here. Catcher and first baseman return to their positions. Decker steps back in the box. Count is 2-2 with 2 outs here. 0-0 game in the top of the first. Juarez in a windup. 2-2 to Decker. Just a bit too outside. Count is now full with 2 outs. Decker thought about it but held back. The full count pitch to Decker. Decker swings, hits a rope into left field. Great play by the shortstop. Number 16 for Puerto Rico, Quiana Diaz-Patterson. Great plays there all around by the shortstop. Twice, and the center fielder once. DeRazio with a wonderful diving grab. Diaz-Patterson moving her feet to make 2 excellent catches to end the inning with no damage done. Puerto Rico will now step into the box and try and put some runs on the board. Here at ZA Ballpark in Chiba, Japan. The Philippines have to try and keep their pitching as on point as it can be because Puerto Rico will hit. Pitching for the Philippines is number 91, Reflacia Basa. The righty. Haley Decker there at first base. Philippine starters get to their positions as Puerto Rico gets set for its first batter to walk into the box. Basa will look to work quick here, get a 1-2-3 inning and get her team back into the batter's box. Leading off for Puerto Rico is a lefty, Quiana Patterson. Quiana Diaz-Patterson will lead off for Puerto Rico. The 1-0 pitch comes in, catches the corner, count is 1-1. 1-0-1 pitch comes in, too high. Count is 2-1. The righty receives her sign, goes into the wind. Pitch is outside. Count is 3-1. In comes the 3-1 pitch. Right over the plate. Full count here for Diaz-Patterson, the shortstop. A lot of action today in this half inning for her. In comes the 3-2 pitch. Ball is swung on and struck out for Basa's first K of the day. 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Here at ZA Ballpark in Chiba, Japan. Right on the outside corner. Diaz-Patterson just cut right underneath it. 1 out. Stepping in for Puerto Rico, another lefty. Ball is hit rope down the right field line. Right fielder will not get to it. It bounces over the wall for a ground rule double for number 8. That is Alicia Ocasio. Rope. First pitch she saw right down the line for a ground rule double. Now Puerto Rico has a runner in scoring position with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Stepping in for Puerto Rico is a righty, number 7, Gina Kaza. She will look to drive in Ocasio after her ground rule double. In comes the 0-1 pitch. Ball's fouled down the left field line. 0-2 with 1 out here. Kaza steps back in, down in an 0-2 hole. Basa looks to put it away here. In comes the 0-2 pitch. Ball is high. Count will be 1-2. Ball is popped up. First baseman Decker giving chase at the fence. Can't quite make the catch. She could not gauge herself between her and the fence. Ball goes over the fence. Count will remain at 1-2. Kaza looking to just bring home Ocasio after her ground rule double. In comes the 1-2 pitch from Basa. Kaza swings, grounder to shortstop. Shortstop plays the ball, throws to first for the out. 2 outs there. Great stretch by Decker. 2 outs here, the bottom of the first inning with a runner in scoring position. Baza looking to get out of the jam here with no damage done. Comes the pitch, fouled by number 12, Carla Claudio Rivera, the first baseman. Claudio Rivera looking to bring home Ocasio. Count is 0-1 with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. In comes the pitch. Roped down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It will not. That was surely a home run, but could not straighten it out. All the power behind that ball, just couldn't keep it straight. Way foul. Count is 0-2 here. In comes the 0-2 pitch. Ball's popped up. Left fielder giving chase towards center. Stutters. Catches the ball. That will end the inning. Puerto Rico strands one on second here after a ground rule double by Alicia Ocasio. 0-0 going into the top of the second inning. Quick work by Bassa, allowing no runs, giving up one hit. Philippines looking to put their bats on fire here and get some hits, get some runs on the board. Zero going into the top of the second here at ZA Ballpark in Chiba, Japan for this 2018 Women's Softball World Championship Group A matchup between the Philippines and Puerto Rico. Stepping in for the Philippines will be number 19, Angeli Ursabia. Juarez back on the mound for Puerto Rico. Southpaw looking to deal as she did in the first inning. Make quick work, 1-2-3 inning. Ursabia looking to break the groove here. Get a base hit or more. Looking to just get on base some way, somehow. Players return to their respective positions on the diamond. Umpire begins play. And Juarez sets up, gets the sign, prepared to throw the opening pitch of the top half of the second inning. In comes the pitch. Ursabia takes. Ball is a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Ursabia gets her sign. Looks down at Juarez. Juarez receives her sign. In comes the 0-1 pitch into her wind. Ursabia swings, fouls it back. 0-2. Juarez looking to sit down Ursabia here, looking to make her chase more than likely. Gets her sign, goes into her windup. The lefty deals. Ball is high, no chase given, 1-2. Ursabia looking to get on base any way she can. Count is 1-2. Juarez receives the sign, she deals. Swing and a miss, and the first strikeout for Juarez of the day. That will be the first out of the top of the second inning. One out here. Ursabia just too late on the fastball from Juarez. Southpaw wheeling and dealing today so far. In comes the first pitch. Right down the middle for a strike to the Filipino batter. Second pitch is a ball here. Count is 1-1. Ball's hit right back at Juarez. Juarez makes the throw to first. And the runner is out. That was Ariane Valestro. Great pitcher's fielding practice play there by Juarez. Great reaction. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Juarez gets the sign. In comes the first pitch of the at-bat. Ball is taken. Strike 1. to number 1 for the Philippines, Garnet Blondo. In comes the second pitch to the at-bat. Ball swung on down the right field. A great play by the first baseman, Carla Claudio Rivera, catching the bullet. That will end the inning. 0-0 still. Puerto Rico continuing to dominate on the pitching. No hits for the Philippines as of now. Puerto Rico will look to get more hits and get a run on the board in this bottom half of the second inning. Zero still here at ZA Ballpark in Chiba, Japan for this Women's Softball World Championship in the year 2018. Lights are coming on at the ballpark. Sun is starting to go down. Weather has remained the same, like overcast. Stepping in for Puerto Rico is number 5, Yalis Munoz Cardona. The righty faces Bassa. In comes the first pitch of the at-bat. Ball is low, 1-0 count. In comes the 1-0 from Bassa. Ball is low again, count is 2-0. Pitch is low again. Count is now 3-0. Most recent champions of this tournament is the United States, winning it for the 10th time. Ball 4 here. Runner on first. Bassa, 4 straight balls here. She's got to calm down just a little bit. She's waving at her coach saying, "I'm all right." In steps number 1 for Puerto Rico, Dayanira Diaz Mercado. The lefty shows bunt back to the pitcher. First baseman grabs it, throws to first for the out. Runner advances. And that will be 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning with a runner on second. In steps number 21, Carson Gordon. The righty looking to bring home Munoz Cardona, moved over by the sacrifice bunt by Diaz Mercado. Ball's right into the hot corner, and the putout by the third baseman, Skylin Elazar, catching very, very, very fast ball coming right at her in that hot corner. She was playing up as well. Great reaction time and a great glove for the second out of the inning. In for Puerto Rico is number 23, Shamaya Sanchez. Star shortstop. Takes the first pitch of the at-bat. Is a strike. Count is 0-1. Gordon will pinch run for Munoz Cardona so she can put on her catcher's equipment. Bassa all smiles on the mound. 1-1 count. comes the 1-1. Pitch is inside. Count is now 2-1. In comes the 2-1 pitch from Bassa. It is swung on, ground to the third baseman, Elazar. Elazar throws to first to Decker for the out. That will end the inning. Going into the top of the third, Puerto Rico stranding yet another runner on second base. The Philippines look to make some noise with their bats and maybe get into the hit column this inning. As their pitching has been where it's needed to be, they need to back it up with hitting now. 0-0 going into the top of the third here at ZA Ballpark in Chiba, Japan. Puerto Rico, Juarez just needs to keep doing what she's been doing on the mound, not allowing the Philippines to make any contact whatsoever. Keep entrusting her defense to make amazing plays like they have been, and they will be just fine in this tournament. Juarez just needs to keep her composure, On the flip side, the Philippines just need to get the bat on the ball and away from defenders. They need to be very selective with their hitting, maybe try and work in some small ball, bunts, whatever it may be. If a ball's coming at you, don't get out of the way. Just let yourself get hit, get runners on base. You need runners on base. That's the biggest thing right here. Stepping in for the Philippines is number 41, Christy Roa. The righty will face the lefty. Juarez gets the sign. In comes the first pitch of the at-bat. Ball is right on the corner as it's painted there. 0-1 count. In comes the 0-1 pitch. Juarez into a wind. Roa swings on a very high pitch and misses. Count is now 0-2. Very high pitch, almost at the eye level. In comes the 0-2 pitch, looking for a chase. She does chase. Ball is fouled back into the screen. Count will remain at 0-2. Roa just looking to get on base some way, somehow here. Juarez will be looking to make her chase with a pitch out of the zone, as it is 0-2 here in the top of the third. In comes the 0-2 pitch. A chase does happen. Checking the first base umpire to see if she swung. She did not. Count will be 1-2. Still in a hole here, Roa. Needs to be smart about her swinging. She seems to be free swinging here. In comes the 1-2 pitch from Juarez. Roa swings. That ball is roped into left field. It will stay. Caught by Shamaya Sanchez. My God, the range on Sanchez. That's the third time she's made a play like that. Behind the third baseman. What a play by Shamaya Sanchez. All-star shortstop. Beautiful, beautiful range. What a beautiful glove. Beautiful play all around. Behind the third baseman, in between that and the left fielder, as the first pitch of the next at-bat is 1-0. Second pitch, taken for a strike. Count is 1-1 for number 8, Francesca Altomonte, as she fouls one back. Juarez looking to keep dealing here. 1-2 count with one out in the top of the third. In comes the 1-2 pitch to Altamonte. Monte swings down the third base. Play is made. Throw to first is on time. 2 outs. Great play by the third baseman, Shamaya Sanchez. Great stretch by Carla Claudio Rivera. Excuse me, those beautiful plays have been made by Quayana Diaz-Patterson. Stepping into the box is the lefty for the Philippines, number 25, Reese Guevara. Second pitch of this at-bat. Swung on, count is 1-1. Infield is up. Third baseman's almost right on top of the batter, expecting the bunt. Guevara looking to slap. Ball is high, count is 2-1. Catcher will go out and talk to Juarez. As will Claudio Rivera. Diaz-Patterson throws a few words in there. Players return to their positions. Juarez gets the sign, deals to Guevara. Guevara swings and misses, count is 2-2, right down the middle. Two here, 2 outs, no one on. Juarez receives the sign, goes into her windup. Big swing and a miss, and that'll end the third inning. The top of the third inning, with Juarez's second strikeout of the day. 0-0 going into the bottom of the third, and Puerto Rico is going to try and keep the pressure on the Philippines with their hitting, even though no runs have been scored as of yet. Juarez dealing another great play by Quayana Diaz-Patterson. Stellar defense by Puerto Rico as of yet. Not so stellar hitting by either team, with the exception of the ground rule double for Puerto Rico in the first inning that resulted in no runs and the runner being stranded. Going into this here bottom of the third inning, I believe that each team has a combined 1 hit. No runs here at ZA Ballpark in Chiba, Japan. As the players get ready to start the bottom of the third inning, as Puerto Rico gets ready to step in, a lefty will be stepping in for Puerto Rico. Basa will remain on the mound. Number 91, the righty. First pitch comes in. Caught the corner of the plate. Count is 0-1 to number 4 for Puerto Rico, Alicia Durazio. Lefty versus righty matchup. Durazio looking to slap, takes the pitch anyway. Count is 1-1. In comes the 1-1 pitch from Basa. She receives the sign, goes into her windup. Durazio shows bunt, pulls back very quickly. Ball is a strike anyway. Count is now 1-2 here, the bottom of the third inning. Durazio showing bunt right off the bat with 2 strikes. She pulls back, looks to slap, gets it down the third base line, and it is a foul ball. Basa looking to shut the door here on Durazio with this pitch. She receives the sign from her coach to the catcher, to the pitcher. Durazio showing bunt again, looks to slap, takes the pitch. Strike 3 called, looking. Durazio doesn't agree with the call. Second strikeout of the day here for Basa. Looking. Durazio gets caught looking. 1 out here, the bottom of the third inning. Pitcher's duel here between these two teams. We're now back at the top of the order with Diaz-Patterson. Lefty again. Pitch comes in. Diaz-Patterson takes. Count is 1-0. In comes the 1-0 pitch. Diaz-Patterson looks to bunt, pulls it back. Pitch is a ball. Count is 2-0. In comes the 2-0 pitch. Ball is right up the middle of the plate. Count is 2-1. In comes the 2-1 pitch from Bassa. Swing, flare of the left field into the left fielder's glove. Throw is cut off at second. That's a single for Diaz-Patterson here with 1 out. The bottom of the 3rd inning, there's now a runner on first. One out, runner on first. Stepping in is Ocasio. Another lefty here, number 8, steps in. Hit the ground rule double her last at-bat. Takes the first pitch, is low and away, will be called a ball. Count is 1-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd. Bassa steps on the mound, receives her sign from her catcher, goes into her windup. Ocasio thinks about swinging, doesn't. Strike right at the belt. Ocasio looks ready to swing now. Count is 1-1, 1 out, 1 person on base. In comes the pitch. Ocasio swings, roped in the middle. That will get all the way to the wall. Fielded by the center fielder, cut off by the second baseman. Throw is home. It is cut. Trying to catch Ocasio, getting greedy. Run will score. And she is safe at second with what looks to be an RBI double. Diaz-Patterson will score from first on a line drive that got all the way to the wall. Diaz-Patterson scored standing up. Ocasio had to dive back to second there, but she is safe standing on second with the RBI double and first run of the game. Stepping in now is Kaza for Puerto Rico. Bassa deals. Kaza swings down the third base line. Foul towards the Puerto Rican dugout. Kaza looking to bring home Ocasio. Bassa receives the sign, goes into her windup. In comes the pitch. Kaza does not swing. Ball is outside. Count is 1-1. Bassa leans over, gets her sign, goes into her windup for the 1-1. Deals. Ball is high. Count is 2-1. 3 quick innings almost here. Just under 40 minutes. 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss there. 2-2 to Kaza. Gina Rose Kaza now looking to get the ball on the bat here. Bassa receives the sign. In comes the 2-2 pitch. Kaza swings, pops it up. Third baseman underneath it is caught. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Runner on second. Puerto Rico definitely does not want to strand another runner on second base. Scalin Elazar making the play, the put out. Stepping in is Claudio Rivera. Here's the first pitch. Pitch catches the corner on the inside half of the plate. Count is 0-1 with 2 outs. Ocasio on second. In the bottom of the third inning, Puerto Rico up 1-0 on her RBI double, scoring Diaz-Patterson. In comes the 0-1. Ball is outside. Count is now 1-1. In comes the 1-1 pitch. Bassa deals. Ball is low. Count is now 2-1. Bassa taking a long lap around the circle, gets on the mound, receives the sign. In comes the 2-1 pitch. Ball is swung on. Catcher does not catch it. It is tipped by the batter. Count will be 2-2, and Bassa is going to look to shut the door here on Claudio Rivera. The righty versus righty matchup. In comes the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. That will end the third inning, but not before the damage is done. Puerto Rico is now up 1-0 on the Philippines as we head into the top of the fourth inning. Philippines still looking to get into the hit column here, as Juarez has been having her way with the Philippines batters throughout the 3 innings of play as of yet. ZA Ballpark in Chiba, Japan, home to this Group A matchup. Preliminary round will end on Wednesday. August 8th, 2018. United States looking to repeat as champions. They won today. Umpire dusts off the plate. In comes the batter. Puerto Rico having a pep talk on the mound. Umpire walks out and says, "Ladies, let's go." Top of the fourth here at ZA Ballpark. 1-0 Puerto Rico. Juarez receives a sign. In comes the 1-1 pitch. Pitch is high and away. Count is 2-1. Juarez is really throwing some heat here today, but she seems to not be able to find the zone. Receives the sign. In comes the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled back into the screen. Count will be 2-2. Elazar looking to get on base. In comes the 2-2 pitch from Juarez into the windup. Ball is fouled back again into the screen. Count will remain at 2-2. USA taking some notes here on both teams. Ball is a dribbler. Count will be full here in the top of the fourth. USA defeats Chinese Taipei today, 7-0. In comes the 3-2 pitch. Ball swung on, rocketed in the center field. Center fielder giving chase. It will go to the right fielder. That is number 21 for Puerto Rico, Carson Gordon. She will make the putout. 1 out here at the top of the 4th inning. Juarez will deal 0-0 to Sweetos. Sweetos will look to bunt and pull it back. Juarez receives the sign. In comes the pitch. Swung on. Fouled back into the screen. Sweetos is now in a 1-1 count here. In comes the pitch. Bunt is popped up, caught by the third baseman, Shamaya Sanchez. That is 2 outs here. Looking to bunt for a base hit. Gets caught on the top end of the bat. In will step Haley Decker, first baseman. First pitch is outside for a ball to the righty. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Juarez looking to make quick work of this inning. In comes the 1-0. Ball the other way, skyrocketed. Carson Gordon on the run. What a catch by Carson Gordon. Oh my gosh. Diving play. The Florida State softball player makes a diving catch to end the inning. Wow. Haley Decker did everything right there. Took the away pitch the other way. Carson Gordon runs into foul territory and dives to make the catch. That will stump the Philippines, and they still remain out of the hit column as they go through 4 innings without putting up a run or a hit. Puerto Rico will step in, looking to add on to their 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Philippines have to figure out something with their bats as Juarez is keeping them silent. Giselle Juarez really having her way with the Philippines when she is pitching. They seem to just not be able to hit her no matter what she throws at them. In will step number 5, Munoz Cardona for Puerto Rico. Basa still on the mound. In comes the 0-0 pitch to start off the bottom of the 4th. Ball is inside. Count is 1-0. Here comes the 1-0 from Basa. Carson Munoz domes it right into left center. Will bounce over the wall for the second ground rule double for Puerto Rico. First being by Ocasio, now by Munoz Cardona. Puerto Rico is a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Ball left right over the middle of the plate. Munoz Cardona swings on it, catches it right in the sweet spot line drive in between the left and center fielder. Bounces right over the wall for a ground rule double. She will be pinch ran for. A pitching change is in effect. Pitching now for the Philippines is number 14, Sierra Lange. The righty with the mask. Puerto Rico's coach giving some talk to their runners. That is Edwin Mercado Rosario. As Lange gets ready and warms up here, trying to do something to stop the bats of Puerto Rico. Taking her warm-up pitches. She is wearing the protective face mask. Players are returning to their respective positions. Her first batter to face will be Diaz Mercado. Lane's looking to figure out the solution to halting Puerto Rico's bats as Diaz Mercado steps into the box and digs her hole. Righty versus lefty. Home plate umpire figuring out something with the roster change. Everything is sorted out. He will come back to home plate, put his mask on, and play will resume. Runner on second here in the bottom of the fourth. No outs. Diaz Mercado at the plate. New pitcher for the Philippines, is Sierra Lange. Her first pitch is about to be on the way. She goes into her windup. One-handed bunt there by Diaz Mercado. Fouled back. Count is 0-1. Looking to advance Munoz Cardona over to third, it seems. Looked to be a half slap, half bunt there. Caught the top of the bat. In comes the second pitch from Lange. 0-1 on the way. Swung on, popped up. Center fielder coming in, calling it for herself. Ball is caught, no tag up necessary. One out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Puerto Rico up 1-0. In will step Carson Gordon, making the wondrous play in right field just a half inning ago. Righty versus righty matchup, 0-0 count. In comes the first pitch of the at-bat. Gordon thinks about it, doesn't swing. Ball is low, count is 1-0. Runner on second. In comes the 1-0 pitch from Lange. She goes into her windup. Gordon doesn't swing. Ball is high. Count is 2-0. Umpire figuring something out here with, I do not know, something about the face mask, I think. He's gesturing to his face all the way from first base. Very peculiar. Nonetheless, count is 2-0 and play will resume. In comes the 2-0 pitch. Gordon will not swing. Ball catches the inside corner. Count is 2-1. In comes the 2-1 pitch to Gordon. Ball dribbles in the ground. Great stop by the catcher. Count is now 3-1 with a runner on second, one out. Bottom of the fourth inning at ZA Ballpark. In comes the 3-1. Ball is inside. Carson Gordon will walk. Runners now on first and second for Puerto Rico. In will come Sanchez. Try and bring home Munoz Cardona. First pitch of the at-bat from Lange is on the way. Ball is belt high. Called a strike. Count is 0-1. In comes the 0-1 from Lange. Lange with a very lengthy windup. Ball is hit, popped up, left fielder underneath it in foul territory. Ball is caught. No tag up. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Runners on first and second. Gordon on first. Munoz Cardona on second as Sanchez pops out to the left fielder. That will bring up DeRazio. No, it'll bring up Jamie Hoover, the pinch hitter. The righty. Jamie Hoover pinch hitting for Alicia DeRazio. Lange looking to put away the inning here. 2 outs, runners on first and second. In comes the first pitch of the at-bat. Ball is inside, Count is 1-0. In comes the 1-0. Ball is down the pipe. Count is 1-1. Hoover's looking to bring home Munoz Cardona and advance Gordon. In comes the 1-1 pitch. Ball is low and inside. Count will be 2-1. In comes the 2-1. Pitch is swung on, high pop. Left fielder giving chase just in foul territory. It is caught to end the inning. 2 runners stranded. Munoz Cardona on second. Carson Gordon on first. Puerto Rico up 1-0 here going into the top of the 5th, where the Philippines will look to try and still get into the hit column as Giselle Lizette Juarez has 2 strikeouts today, and her defense is playing incredible behind her. Top of the 5th coming your way from ZA Ballpark, the 2018 Women's Softball World Championship in Chiba, Japan. Philippines still hitless in this contest through 4. Looking to maybe get on the board here in the hit column. Top of the 5th inning. Puerto Rico with 1 run off of the RBI double hit back in the 3rd inning. Gotta wonder if Giselle Juarez will stay on the mound here. Only can assume that she will, as of her current status within the game, and she will. The lefty will continue to throw for Puerto Rico. In for the Philippines is the righty. Takes a pitch as a strike. This is the right-handed hitter Sabia. Second pitch is high. Count is 1-1. cleanup hitter Sabia is now in the top of the 5th inning. 1-1 count. No outs, no one on. In comes the pitch. Ball is high again towards the face. Count is 2-1. Juarez not looking to walk here. In comes the 2-1 pitch from Juarez. Ball swung on and missed by Sabia. Chasing there. Count is 2-2. Ball was at the shoulder level. Sabia wanted it, took a swing and missed. Count is now 2-2. In comes the 2-2. Ball is tipped, just tipped at the end of the bat by Sabia to stay alive, and the count still at 2-2. Juarez set to deal into a windup. Ball is fouled back into the stands. Count will remain at 2-2. Sabia fighting for her life here. Juarez ready to deal the 2-2 pitch into her windup. It's on the way. Ball is high. Count is full. Sabia really avoiding a walk here. Juarez would rather not walk. Sabia. In comes the full count pitch. Ball is popped up. Shortstop again. The shortstop will make the catch. That is Quiana Diaz-Patterson again involved with the play for the 4th time this game. That is her 4th putout. And in will step Valestro for the Philippines. Juarez deals the 0-0 pitch. Ball is swung on and missed by Valestro. Painting the outside corner there is Juarez. In comes the 0-1. Ball is popped up back into the screen. Count is 0-2. 1 out here. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from number 45. The lefty deals. Ball's popped up to the right. First baseman giving chase over the shoulder catch. Beautiful play by number 12, Carla Claudio Rivera. The over-the-shoulder one-handed catch to get 2 outs in this top of the 5th inning here. She high-fives her pitcher, returns to her bag. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. First pitch is low to number 1 for the Philippines, Blando. 1-0 count here. Pitch on the way. Ball is fouled back. Count is 1-1. Juarez still dealing the lefty. In comes the 1-1 pitch. Ball is in the dirt. Count is 2-1 to Blando. In comes the 2-1. Ball is outside. Now 3-1. Juarez is looking to just put the ball over the plate here to avoid the walk. In comes the 3-1 pitch to Blando. Pitch is a strike. Very late call by the umpire. Full count here with 2 outs. Juarez looking to strike out or get an out here. Juarez receives the sign. She will deal the 3-2 pivotal pitch. Ball almost hits Blando in the head. Juarez will lose her perfect game, but still keeps her no-hitter intact. As the first base runner for the Philippines reaches first on a walk, almost hit by pitch. 2 outs with a runner on first. here in the top of the 5th inning. Juarez looking for some extra grip here on her hand. In for the Philippines to bat is number 24, Jeanette Rusia. The righty will step in. Pinch hitter. In comes the first pitch. Ball is outside. Runner will not go. Count is 1-0. Juarez needs to pull herself back on the boat here. Can't let the one walk get to her. Juarez reaches for the dirt. Claudia Rivera comes up, gives some words of encouragement. 1-0 count. Pitch will be on the way momentarily. Juarez wipes her hands, receives her sign, deals into her windup. In comes the 1-0 pitch. Is a strike right on the corner. Count is 1-1 here. One runner on at the top of the 5th inning with 2 outs. Jeanette Rusia, the batter. In comes the 1-1. Ball is low. Count is 2-1 now. Runner still has not advanced. Juarez grooving now. Steps to her sign. Steps into her windup. Swing and a miss by Rusia. Count is now 2-2. Juarez looking to get out of this inning with no damage done. 2-2 count. In comes the 2-2 payoff pitch from Juarez. Swing and a miss. Juarez gets out of the jam, keeps the no-hitter intact. 1 walk, 1 runner stranded here. No runs scored going into the bottom of the 5th inning. 1-0 in favor of Puerto Rico here at ZA Ballpark in the 2018 Women's Softball World Championship. Philippines, no hit through 4.5. As of now, they disrupted the perfect game with the walk by Garnett Blando. Puerto Rico looking to put more insurance runs on the board, trying to extend their lead from 1 to possibly 3 or 4. Pitchers will warm up. Infielders will go to their position. Still on the mound is Sierra Lange. In is a lefty for Puerto Rico. Lange deals. Ball is a sinker that looks like to Diaz Patterson, the leadoff hitter for Puerto Rico. Ball was low. Count is 1-0. In comes the 1-0 pitch from Lange. Diaz Patterson thinks about it, does not pull the trigger. Ball is outside. Count is 2-0. Lange, the righty, just trying to throw strikes here. Receives her sign from the catcher. Goes into her windup. In comes the 2-0 pitch. Ball catches the corner of the plate. Count is 2-1 to Diaz Patterson. In comes the pitch from Lange to Diaz Patterson. 2-1 pitch on the way. Ball is low. Count is now 3-1. 3-1 count. Pitch is on the way to Diaz-Patterson. Ball 4 there for Diaz-Patterson. She will walk. Runner on first. No outs here in the top of the 5th inning. Lange looking to recover from that walk. Will look to strike out or get out the next batter or force them into a double play. Stepping in is Ocasio. She's had 2 doubles today as of yet. In comes the pitch from Lange. Ocasio lets it go by. Count is 0-1. In comes the pitch. Pitch is high. Count will now be 1-1 to Ocasio. Diaz-Patterson on first. No outs in the bottom of the 5th. 1-1 pitch coming to Ocasio. Ocasio will swing, pop it up back to the screen. Count is now 1-2. One representative of Team USA still here watching the games of their group rivals. In comes the 1-2. Pitch almost catches the corner of the plate. Lange thought it did. Umpire thinks it did not. Count is now 2-2. In comes the 2-2 pitch here from Lange to Ocasio. Runner on first. Ocasio fouls that to the left. Count will remain at 2-2. In comes the 2-2 pitch here from Lange. She deals. Swung, popped up. Catcher giving chase. Cannot do. Ball will go foul. Count will remain at 2-2. Ocasio still alive here. Looking to stay alive at the 2-2 count. Looking to advance Diaz-Patterson. Ocasio takes a ball. Count is now 3-2 with no outs and a runner on first here in the bottom of the 5th. In comes the 3-2 pitch from Lange to Ocasio. Pitch is on the way. Pitch is low. Ball 4. Runners advance. Runners now on first and second for Kaza. Kaza will look to score at least one of these runs. Change looks to be in effect for Puerto Rico. Kaza will not hit. Looks to be a pitching change as well. Lange will sit. In will come number 7 for the Philippines, Marianne Antolihao, a righty. She will throw her warm-up pitches, looking to get out of the jam left for her by Lange. Runners on first and second with no outs. Down by 1 run here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Not much softball left to go. Philippines have 6 outs left in the game. Down by 1 run. And Lehau steps in to pitch. Looking to make quick work of this inning. Batting for Puerto Rico to try and score Ocasio and Diaz-Patterson, or at the very least advance them both into scoring position. Ocasio on first, Diaz-Patterson on second in scoring position. Batting for Puerto Rico is number 2, Keith Jalandoni. Jalandoni looking to advance runners both into scoring position at the very least. With no outs here, pitch comes in, ball hits the dirt, gets behind the catcher, both runners will advance. Runners now on second and third. First and third. Ocasio never ran. Excuse me, she did. Ball was in the dirt the second it left the pitcher's hand. Got behind the catcher. Runners now on second and third with no outs for the batter. Ball in the dirt again. This time the catcher can hold on to it. Batting for Puerto Rico is Gales Lozada Reyes. Reyes pops one up in between left and center, going back. Left center catches it. Diaz-Patterson will tag up 2-0. Ocasio will advance to third on the sacrifice fly by Lozada Reyes. 1 out here. Runner on third. Puerto Rico up 2-0. And Lehau looking to keep with. Now batting is Claudia Rivera. Rivera pops up back into the stands. Count is 0-1 with 1 out. In comes the pitch, popped up again. Count will be 0-2 here with 1 out and a runner on third. In comes the pitch, ball is high, count is 1-2. In comes, it's 1-2. Pitch is a strike. And Claudia Rivera will strike out looking. 2 outs here. The bottom of the 5th with a runner on third. Looked to be a pitch right down the pipe. Claudia Rivera just didn't swing for reasons beyond me. And Lehau looking to get out of the inning now with only run scored. In comes the first pitch, swing and a miss. Big cut there by the batter. This is number 5, Munoz Cardona, looking to hit another ground rule double as she did her previous at bat. Pitch is inside, count is 0-2 with 2 outs here. Munoz Cardona in a hole quickly here in the at bat with a runner on third. Wants to at least score them if they can. Shows bunt, pulls back, swings, popped up. Foul ball, count will remain at 0-2. Munoz Cardona showing bunt, pulls it back. Ball is high at the face. Count is 1-2. Anthony Howe looking to end the inning right here. Shut the door on Munoz Cardona. Gets the sign from her catcher. In comes the 1-2. Pitch is on the way. Ball's popped up back again into the stands. Count is still 1-2. In comes the 1-2 pitch again. Ball just misses the plate there. Count is 2-2. To Munoz Cardona. In comes the 2-2. Ball is popped up. Third base giving chase. Catch will not be made as it lands on the tents covering the benches. Ball count will remain at 2-2. Munoz Cardona staying alive here. A la the Bee Gees. Showing bunt. Now she will pull back. She will pop up. Third baseman giving chase. Almost a collision. Ball is dropped. No communication between the third baseman and the shortstop. Ocasio will score, making it 3-0 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The shortstop and the third baseman ran into each other looking for the ball. A mistake by that left side of the infield, allowing Munoz Cardona to get on the first with the error and the run to score, making it 3-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. Munoz Cardona will be pinch ran for so she can put on her catcher's equipment by number 12. Carla Claudio Rivera. Strike called on the first pitch to Diaz Mercado, the lefty. In comes the pitch. Ball is hit the other way, fouled. Count is now 0-2 to Diaz Mercado. In comes the 0-2. Ball is popped up. Shortstop calls for it, catches the ball. That will end the inning. Heading into the top of the 6th here at Chiba, Japan. Philippines are down 3-0 to Puerto Rico in the top of the 6th inning. Here at ZA Ballpark. In the 2018 Women's Softball World Championship, Philippines still hitless through 5. Looking to change that here in the top of the 6th inning. Looking to at least get a hit on the board, maybe a run. They're only down 3 as Puerto Rico knocks on 2 there. One on an error, one on a sacrifice in the bottom of the 5th. Gotta wonder if Juarez will come out on the mound still with the no-hitter intact through 5 innings so far. As the teams warm up, have their little huddle, Juarez remains on the mound. Juarez will remain on the mound. The lefty will still be dealing. Stepping in for the Philippines is number 8, Altamonte. She will hit the ball, popped up. First baseman will catch it. Number 12, that is Claudia Rivera. 1 out quick here. Top of the 6th inning. Stepping in to hit for the Philippines will be number 3, Shara Damasing. She will be pinch hitting for Guevara. Damasing, the righty, facing the lefty Juarez, who has been wheeling and dealing all night, has been a force to be reckoned with. No hitter through 6 1/3. In comes the first pitch of the at-bat to Damasing. Damasing swings right back up the middle. Beautiful backhand by Juarez. No look backhand. What a play. Wow. Unbelievable there. Juarez with the no-look backhand and the flip to first for the out. 2 outs here in the bottom of the top of the 6th, excuse me. What a play. 2 outs quick here. In comes the third pitch of the inning to the shortstop. The plays. Runner is out. Beautiful play by the shortstop, Quinaya Diaz Patterson. 3-pitch inning for Giselle Juarez. She is a force that cannot be stopped tonight. Going into the bottom of the 6th, Puerto Rico is up 3-0. Philippines still without a hit in this 2018 Women's Softball World Championship group match. Giselle Juarez is having her way with these Filipino batters. Puerto Rico looking to add more insurance runs to their 3-run lead. Philippines have 3 more outs to tie this game up. Puerto Rico does not want to go into the top of the 7th, only up 3. They want to go up at least 5. Wonder who will be on the mound for the Philippines. Looks like it will remain Antalihao, the 21-year-old righty. In the box is Carson Gordon. Gordon takes the first pitch. 1-0 here to Carson Gordon. Carson Gordon adjusts her helmet. Antalihao receives the sign from her catcher. Count is 1-0. In comes the 1-0 pitch. Ball is a strike. 1-1 here to Carson Gordon. In comes the 1-1 pitch. Carson Gordon swings, fouls it backwards. Count is now 1-2. Carson Gordon swings and misses for Antalihao's first strikeout of the day. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Puerto Rico up 3-0. In comes the first pitch to number 23, Sanchez. Count is 1-0 as the pitch was a ball. Antalihao. And Sanchez drills one to left. It will stay foul, though. However, High pop to left, gave chase by the left fielder, but to no avail as it was foul. Anthony Howe set to deal the 1-1 to Sanchez. Pitch is on the way. Sanchez takes, ball's outside, count is 2-1. Anthony Howe gets her sign. In comes the 2-1 pitch. Pitch is just inside. It is a strike. Count is 2-2 now to Sanchez, Shemaya Sanchez, the third baseman. Anthony Howe smiles on the mound as the 2-2 comes in. Swing down the third base line. Ball will be foul. Count will remain at 2-2. Two-two count here. Anthony Howe looking to sit down Shemaya Sanchez. Ball is outside. Count is now 3-2. In comes the 3-2 pitch. Ball's popped up. Left fielder settles underneath it. Ball will be caught. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Anthony Howe forcing a pop-up there in an important situation as they are only down 3. Stepping in for Puerto Rico will be Alicia Marie D'Orazio. The lefty will look to slap. She now comes back in the lineup as Jamie Hoover batted for her last time around. Count is 0-1. It's a flare backwards. Count is now 0-2. Antalia looking to get out of the inning here. Count is 0-2. She gets her sign. D'Orazio showing bunt. She pulls back, looks to slap down the third base line, and it goes foul. D'Orazio just trying to stay alive here as best as she can. Get a runner on base so Puerto Rico can potentially get more runs on the board and pad their lead. In comes the pitch from Anthony Howe. 0-2. Ball is flared down the left field line. It is foul. Count will remain at 0-2. In comes the 0-2 count. Pitch. Ball swung on a miss. Ball is dropped. Throw to first is on time. And D'Orazio is out on the dropped third strike. That is the second strikeout today for Anthony Howe. Not by common means, however, but now Philippines are down to their last 3 outs here in this Group A matchup at ZA Ballpark here in Chiba, Japan, here in the preliminary rounds of the 2018 Women's Softball World Championship. Looking to see if Puerto Rico will return Giselle Juarez to the mound to potentially finish out her no-hitter, or if they will turn to a closer to finish the game up. 4 hits for Puerto Rico, 3 runs as the result of that. Goose eggs in both columns, respectively, for the Philippines. 0 and 0 in both the run and the hits column. Philippines looking to put some runs on the board. Giselle Juarez will return to the mound, trying to finish out her no-hitter. Juarez has pitched lights out all game. Has 3 more outs to go here. First pitch is on the way. Pitch is high and a ball. Count is 1-0 to Sweetos. In comes the 1-0 pitch to Sweetos. Ball is caught the corner of the plate. Count is 1-1. In comes the pitch from Juarez. Sweetos swings, flares it back. Count is now 1-2. Juarez looking to shut the door here on Sweetos. In comes the 1-2. Beautiful breaking ball by Suarez. Disgusting movement, tripped up. Sweetos had her leaning out of the way. Looking strikeout for Suarez. 2 outs away from a win here for Puerto Rico in this group matchup. Looked to be a slider or something like that. Suarez gets the count to Haley Decker. Decker thinks about swinging, does not. Ball is low. Count is 1-0. Juarez back on the mound. Gets the sign, goes into her windup. The 1-0 on the way. Decker swings to Quintanilla. Beautiful play a la Derek Jeter from Quintanilla. Diaz Patterson doing it all today for her team, hitting and fielding. Beautiful approach the ball, attack the ball, field, transition, and throw. One fluid motion. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th, and the Philippines are down to their final out. Sabia is in. Batter's box. Count is 1-0. Count is now 2-0. Juarez 3 strikes away from her no-hitter. Ball is hit. Pop-up in between. Ball is caught by the center fielder, and that will do it. Giselle Juarez with a no-hitter here in the group match here versus the Philippines as Puerto Rico prevails 3-0. A beautiful game played by all of Puerto Rico. Their hitting was where it needed to be. Their fielding was where it needed to be. Beautiful gems by Carson Gordon, by Carla Claudio Rivera, by Alicia Durazio, diving grab in the first inning. Multiple putouts, and especially a diving grab as well in the first inning by Quiana Diaz Patterson, and overall lights-out pitching from Giselle Juarez. She only had 3 strikeouts, but her team's defense really lifted Puerto Rico to their 3-0 in this group matchup.